The Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge is one of the most important bridges in the United States, the longest bridge in the District of Columbia. It connects every part of our city. So it's not only important to bring tourists from the south to the nation's capital, it is important for the nation's capital itself as a connected entity.
I serve on the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge project as the Chief Equity and Inclusion Officer. My responsibilities include oversight of our small business inclusion for the project, as well as our on-the-job training program and our local hiring for district residents. So the things that we're doing on this project are really going to impact today's generation of women as well as future generations of women. Programs will support women in these roles to make sure they're successful. So yes, getting on the project, getting the job, that's the first step. But the next step is really crucial because once you're in this environment that's been heavily male-dominated, you have to have the support. And so our programs provide that support for women in terms of acclimating themselves to the job, making sure they're speaking up in meetings when they need to, making sure they understand their role on the project and that they shouldn't be afraid to speak up and to contribute and to collaborate with everyone on the project. I would describe my role as change agent. I feel like I'm a catalyst for change. It's about protecting the pathways of progress for today's generation of women workers. To the women who have come before me and who have paved the way, I say thank you. The challenge has been accepted. I will take the mantle and I will try to do what I can in my work every day to move forward.
My name is Ariel Sayer and I am the scheduler on the Frederick Douglass Memorial Project. I previously come from field inspection, so I worked on a water treatment plant site and worked there for a few years as the overall inspector of the site, mainly focusing on structures. I'm really excited about being involved in this project because as the scheduler I get to look at the big picture of how everything's happening. So I would say some of the unique challenges that women in the transportation industry and specifically out on construction sites face are there's definitely a surprise going out on construction sites. People will often be surprised that you are there. There's still that can occur, and on other sites that I've worked on that has definitely been more prevalent. When I'm driving over the bridge for the first time, when it's complete and open to traffic, I would say I will feel proud, excited, and hopeful about the future and what this bridge now represents and the connections that it provides.
My name is Amal Azan. So my team is responsible for existing bridges. I'm taking care also of any other issue, like a scour, for example, that may affect the safety of the bridge. To the young women that they love engineering field or science or math, fill yourself by knowledge. Don't waste your time in anything. Only knowledge. You will succeed. You will break any barrier. When I will drive for the first time on the bridge, I will feel community, bring the community together on both sides of the bridge. Uplift Anacostia area, not only spiritually, but economically. And transformation of Anacostia area to world-class area.
I live in Ward 7, where God made heaven. It all began east of the river for the building of the nation's capital. I have been influenced by several women who had unique careers. Careers that most women didn't go into. Women play a unique role in the home, in the workplace, and in specific fields such as engineering. And we have a beautiful field of engineers on this Frederick Douglass project. They are the future, the engineers of the future. The idea of progress, which Frederick Douglass spoke to, acted upon constantly throughout his life, is replicated when we see the design of this wonderful bridge. One of the things we want people to understand is we're preserving history. We're preserving that whole notion of progress, unity, love of one another. This bridge will do it. This bridge will be an icon for years to come. Building a bridge is much less about physical infrastructure than it is about uniting people from all walks of life and from every community in our city under one common goal. For us, it's the pursuit of a better way of life and the promise of progress for all. And by all, we mean men and women, those in front and also the hidden figures behind the scenes.